Solarium Experience, Current Status Update. February 6, 2015. Greetings everyone. Before I begin this channeling, I would like to add a personal note. I know that many of you have been experiencing very strange sensations in the last few weeks, especially the last week. Many have reported feeling of loss, misdirection, misguidance, as if everything that you have already cleared coming back at you full force all over again. A feeling of complete disconnectedness and a feeling as if waking up has never happened. Many have felt that they could not connect with their guides and our benevolent star families. Many have been under severe attacks. I know myself personally the last 2 weeks have been brutal, and whenever I would try to connect to our star alliances and some of the angels, I would get conflicting messages. Finally, on Tuesday the energies have shifted and I was explained by various ascended masters that what we were going through and still are, is a safety corridor, where our planet could not be touched by any of the outside forces. Our benevolent star families were not able to communicate with most of us directly and had to find various other means of communication. Various light beings were not allowed to stay on our plane either. Everyone had to lift off the planet and our Earth was put into a sort of a quarantine. The only ones that could have any connection to us were our primary guides and our higher selves. No one else was allowed to interfere. That is why so many of us have been feeling out of sorts, because we were disconnected from the grid in order to connect us to a new grid system, leaving us fending for ourselves, so to speak. Please understand though that the only reason that this was allowed to happen was because A. It was necessary to do so, and B. We have reached a point where we can take care of ourselves and each other in short spurts, so to speak. We are being taught how to do so every day. And although this was a necessary procedure, it was also a test to see how well we will do without constant assistance from our guides. We must remember that we need to continue being open to each other and become even more close right now than before, as there are various energies at play that will lead us to believe otherwise and try to drive us apart from each other. The good news is that we have passed through this void zone, and in the next few weeks everything should stabilize again, as we continue to be taught various tricks of the trade in order to continue our mission here on Earth. You should begin to feel an upliftment of energies very soon, and your connectedness to the divine should restore full force. Now, having said this, here is the channeling I have received from the Ascended Masters of the 33rd dimension. The Solarium in which you dwell. The definitive forces of the Solarium experience are changing rapidly for you now. For the Solarium of your known world has reached a peak maneuver, a zenith point if you will, in the consciousness of your everyday activities. And as such, the feeling of emptiness and worry, fatigue and energy, contrasting feelings, contrasting sensations, a roller coaster of emotions is becoming evident for you now. The Solarium experiences has indeed been upgraded to that of the crystalline nature. For through the Solarium of your known understanding the shift of consciousness has created a vortex of benevolent proportions. A vortex of electromagnetism, a vortex of electromagnetic particles, being pushed into the ethers wherein they are being restructured to a new flow on a new frequency, and are then returned into your vehicles readjusting that which is below. For all of you have indeed arrived in the dimension of the electromagnetism, all of you have indeed transversed onto another dimension. And as the transmutations and as the transference of said energies continues, on a molecular basis of your earthly existence, much is taking place and much is shifting in its consciousness. Your internal organs are paying attention to your thought processes, your cells are listening to you intently, and at moments' notice are behaving in waves of attraction, waves which are attracting various particles to your body which are necessary in order to bring to fruition that which you wish to see manifest in your world. And as such, we urge you to stay positive and grounded. We urge you to stay positive in your convictions, positive in that which you wish to attract in your life, for indeed as you desire and send the frequency wave into the ethers come back with an informational encoding influencing all around you, for the matter as you understand it to be, does not exist, for all is in constant motion, for all is electromagnetized, merging and expulsing as we speak. And so, your cells react to the wishes of your mind, and begin to spin in a vortex of specified energies, sending out informational decrees to the ethers, and the ethers respond with electromagnetic fusion, electromagnetic discharge that your body is then charged with. And so, from the standpoint of viewing everything through a prism of light, a prism of reality, a prism of that which we are, through viewing everything through the prism of Solarium, from the viewpoint of where we speak, we wish to impart onto you the wisdom of the ages past, and so it is of utmost importance that at this moment in time, as you are transitioning through the ethers, as your planet is moving through the ethers on her destination to that which she is to embark upon, your planet is being bombarded with various particles which are here to assist you in your ascension process. And yet, shall you not use these particles to your utmost desire, said particles shall then hinder your progress just as well as they are here to assist you. I would like to add another personal note here. In plain language, when we think of something negative, we attract specific particles to us. By thinking of something that we are afraid of, we are manifesting this energy in our bodies. This energy is being pushed out of us and is attracting more of said energy. The point of this message is that presently we are like magnets. Our fields are changing, and because of the way that the stars are aligning and the fact that our Earth is actually shifting and going through ascension herself, the energy on Earth allows us to become magnets of sort, because there's so many particles that are here to assist us, that are being delivered to Earth, are floating in the air. When we think of whatever it is we want, these particles are so abundant, that our body pulls them to us. By pulling these particles, other particles are pulled to them, and a chain reaction occurs. Just like in chemistry, H2O consists of 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Hydrogen pulls oxygen to itself, creating water. The same thing on a grander scale. One particle pulls another, and so it goes, which allows for manifestation of whatever we want and don't want to occur. So if we want to get something, we pull particles that pull other particles that pull other people to us to make that happen. That is what we are being explained. And the point here is to be mindful of what you wish for, because indeed it is rapidly manifesting for all of us. Hence we have been told that various partnerships will be aligning rapidly now. As the energy is floating in the air and these particles are allowing us to literally pull these people to us, it then becomes a space warp effect where we believe that an object that we want is 5 feet from us, but due to our desire, when we take a second look, it is literally standing before us. I would also like to once again draw your attention to the recent happenings of various negative vibrations and thought forms that have been fed into our subconscious in the last few weeks. Because there is abundance of various particles here on Earth, and because we are presently acting as magnets, are capable of attracting various particles to us and actually physically manifesting various realities into existence. Because of this, as there is still a struggle between light and dark, we are constantly being pulled into one direction or another. At this point in time, it is highly important to stay balanced, without allowing these subliminal messages to influence our psyche. We must discard these feelings and images and messages and emotions of negativity. We must understand that it is up to us to reject these thoughts, and refocus our mind onto a positive frequency, to dispel these messages and restore our balance and well-being. Please focus on attracting positive energies into your psyche and into your vicinity, and from there you will be able to walk with flair through all that may stand in your way. I hope this helps many of you to understand what is presently happening in the ethers and all around you. Sending you lots of light, abundance, health, and joy to carry you through these turbulent times. I love you all. Thank you for being channeled by Anna Merkaba. sacredascensionmerkaba.wordpress.com